Rudolph Speed may not be the head coach for the Jamaica men's national team. However, I have someone here that I would love for the JFF to go for. Who am I talking about? Join Premier 7 right now for the Big Chat. What you put up with, you end up with. Raise the bar. A quote from rapportleadership.com pointing fingers at the Jamaica Football Federation to raise the bar. We need better. We need more. Of course, I have to say before I kick things off, greetings and welcome to another episode here on Premier 7. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. Trusting and hoping that you all are having a wonderful time as I am here to present to you a very important topic as to who I would put forth as the head coach for the Jamaica men's national team. This is not speculation. This is opportunity. Because right now, a coach who has beaten World Cup champions, won major tournaments, and built underdog teams into competitors is available. And Jamaica must decide whether it wants to move forward or stay where it is. Of course, who am I talking about? The topic shows that Hervé Renard is available. Jamaica must pounce before it's too late. Now, of course, when you look at Hervé Renard, you are not just looking at a name. You're looking at a proven international coach who understands how to win without having the best squad. And when you compare that level to what Jamaica currently operates under, Rudolph Speed, the conversation becomes less about opinion and more about standards. This is not about disrespecting what is currently in place or what is in consideration, but about identifying what is required for Jamaica to compete seriously over the next 4 years. I have to say that based on my checks, I have seen that there has been a news that the coach himself in a Hervé Renard has been sacked. And you're seeing it on screen that Fabrizio Romano stated that Saudi Arabia sacked head coach Hervé Renard with immediate effect before World Cup. Renard had returned for a second spell at Saudi as the head coach at the end of 2024, but now he is without a job. And for me, I am going to let you know what really happened. So I did some checks and I saw a report from Foot Africa titled Saudi Arabia. Here is the inside story behind Hervé Renard departure. It was published on the 18th of April, a few days from now this year, and it speaks about Renard's exit came after internal pressure and tension within the setup, despite earlier backing from leadership. The timing of the decision was unexpected, especially with major competitions approaching, which makes his availability even more significant. So I'm just giving you a little synopsis of what happened that led to him being sacked. It wasn't really and truly about performances, it was about something more internal. Now, what matters now is simple. He is available, and opportunities like this do not stay open for too long. We did not get John Herdman. I did some checks, I saw other coaches, but when I saw this news that Hervé Renard has been sacked, is now available, I would say, JFF, please go and interview this man. Now, speaking about interview, I am certain that the Jamaica Football Federation likes to talk about their finances. Now, when discussing any potential move, the financial aspect cannot be ignored. It is believed that Steve McLaren earned around he was earning something around 75 million Jamaican dollars annually. That is an estimation. So that is a lot of money to say then that you're giving to a coach. And when I watched the video today that was published on Edivision TV, he was saying something along the lines that Mr. Rudolph Speed is looking to earn about quote unquote 3 million Jamaican dollars. Looking at that, and I'm saying to myself, is Rudolph Speed a top coach to receive such amount of money? Rudolph Speed is not a top coach. He should not get such amount of money. Because the thing is, Rudolph Speed, his salary demand, I think that is a bit emotional. Because based on the fact that he's not a proven top head coach at any level internationally, that is not a position to put yourself in JFF. You need a coach who is proven, who have a track record, and based on Renard, he may demand some more, but he has set the standards, he represents himself well, and he's a true value for greatness if we should say, oh, let's go for a Rudolph Speed. Speaking about greatness, this coach in a Hervé Renard career is built on result that very few coaches can match at the international level. This man, he has won the AFCON 2 times, and that is proven to show now that he is a winner. You're seeing here that in the year of 2014 to 15, he won the AFCON with Ivory Coast. And before that, he won the AFCON in 2011 to 2012 with Zambia. That is a proven track record for a coach to win such big competition. And the thing is, despite winning the AFCON 2 times, this coach really and truly shows us that he's a man that who can build success in different environments. Beyond that, he has taken teams to the World Cup and consistently made them competitive against stronger opposition. His most iconic moment came when he led Saudi Arabia to an historic victory over Argentina at the World Cup in 2022, a result that shocked the football world. That performance was not based on individual brilliance, but on preparation, organization, and belief. These are the type of achievements that translate directly into credibility when managing a national team like Jamaica. Now, before I talk about his tactical identity and how will he fit in Jamaica, it would be a good idea to let you see how this guy operates in the dressing room.
Come on, guys, come on, this is a World Cup.
رجاء شباب هذا كاس عالم.
Give everything.
نعطي كل شيء.
When you are at the edge of the box, you are like this.
قدام مرمى.
Oh, be like this. Be concentrated.
ركز عشان تسجلها لو جاتك الكورة تكون مستعد انك تلعبها وتسجل.
Cano was fantastic. So all of them like him.
كلنا نحن.
Allez, come on.
نكون
Move yourself.
يلا حرك نفسك يلا.
Renard is not a coach who relies on position dominance or complex tactical system. Instead, he focuses on building a team that is structurally sound, disciplined, and efficient, and also effective in how it plays. His team are compact defensively, making it difficult for opponents to break through, while also being quick and direct in transition when opportunities arise. What makes his approach effective is clarity. Players understand their roles, the team moves together, and the overall structure remains consistent even under pressure. This is particularly important for international football when preparation time is limited and players come from different tactical backgrounds. His system may not always produce dominant performances, but it consistently produces competitive teams, teams that are difficult to beat and capable of delivering results in key moments. A coach that is experienced, a coach that knows how to get the work done. He may not be the prettiest coach in terms of his 4-3-3 formation, which can be different at times, but somebody who you can look up to say, my coach is a winner, my coach has done it before, my coach has beaten big teams, and this is the man who can make a difference for Jamaica in the CONCACAF space. If Jamaica can dominate CONCACAF, we potentially can become a dynasty and get ourselves booked into the next World Cup. The thing is, what will he bring to Jamaica in a short term and long term plan? For Jamaica, the immediate effect of a coach like Renard would be structure and discipline. He would organize a team defensively, improve game management, and create a clear identity that players can follow. This alone would reduce the inconsistency that has affected the team in recent performances. In the long term sense, his impact would extend beyond individual matches. Over a 4-year World Cup cycle, he could build a team that is not only competitive in CONCACAF, but also capable of performing on the global stage. Of course, his experience is in tournaments means he understands how to prepare teams mentally and tactically for a high pressuring situation. Of course, people, there may be challenges along the way, including adaptation to CONCACAF. Of course, he speaks English, which is a plus, but the CONCACAF environment and integration with the existing footballing structure can be somewhat challenging, but these are areas that can manage over time. With collaboration, including input from local coaches, maybe, don't want to say speed, but maybe a Kohli, to create a balanced system because Kohli used to work with Winfred Schaefer and you saw how that worked out. Based on such combination, it helps to allow the coach to mix his experience with a local Jamaican based experience as well, which can improve the level of communication and the understanding, which can make the team flow better and in a rightful pattern. So, people, this is not about replacing one name with another, it's about raising the standards. Rudolph Speed brings knowledge of the local game and adaptability, which are valuable qualities. However, at the international level, success is built on structure, discipline, and proven experience. Hervé Renard represents that level. If Jamaica is serious about preparing for the World Cup over the next 4 years, then decision must be made with long-term impact in mind. Opportunities like this do not come too often, and when they do, they must be taken seriously. JFF, listen. It is important to note that modern football is important because if such is not considered, then to be progressive will not happen. We have to build a system. We have to build a system that will make Jamaica bright again. So, of course, people, what is your say on the topic? Hervé Renard available. Jamaica must pounce before it's too late. That was being discussed here on Premier 7. It's for you now to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. You all take care. Goodbye until we meet again.